3, 2, 1. Holy cow!
Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers again. It's Saturday, and later on at noon is the Oklahoma versus Texas Red River rivalry. Horns down. Dun, 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 dun. Looking forward to that game. But first, I'm going to take a run over to Walmart, go pick up a couple of lawn tractor batteries, which I'm short of. I need one for this thing, otherwise I can't. I had this battery on there to just test, you know what I mean? It's the only battery I had. It doesn't hold the charge very well, but it's a car battery, so it had good, crank amps. So with this battery there, I couldn't put the seat down and try the, transmission, I couldn't sit there and step on it and move easily. So I got to go get a couple of batteries. This will be the core for that battery, but I didn't have another core. I've used them all up for batteries. I must have bought like 25 batteries this year. I have this old scooter battery. They usually take it in place of a core exchange, but some people, over at Walmart, they're like, well, that battery doesn't look like that battery. You can't trade this battery for that battery for $5 credit, Oh, yeah? Let me talk to your manager. Like, all right, don't worry about it. Here, take it. So hopefully I'll get 2 batteries out of it. If not, I got to recycle this thing too. It's an old Black & Decker, whatever, 18 volt. It's dead. I don't know what to do with it. Should I just throw it out, or I'll just bring it with me, Anyhow, what's interesting is I had an extra front end. When I stripped down that LT1000, I had the front end. I didn't know what to do with it, right? It's too heavy to ship on eBay, worth any money, you know what I'm saying? So I just listed it locally. I was surprised how many people needed an LT1000 front end. So while I listed it for like $75 or $50 or whatever, some dude offered me 25. I said, sure, yeah, come get it, So this dude came by, and he said he was Bruce from Sayville. So I'm like, Sayville? And then we got to talking and stuff, and he does exactly what I do, does exactly what Jason Patay of Patay's Performance does. He does exactly what Pete Lombardi does. 5-speed ash. We all do the same exact thing, all right? And then I noticed that over the years on Craigslist, there was a guy who did exactly what I did. I had an ad says, hey, you throwing out your lawnmower? Don't throw it to the garbage. I'll pick it up for you, free. And he had an ad just like that. And every time the listing said Sayville. So when he said he was Bruce from Sayville and he did all this stuff, I says, hey, you don't have that ad up, do you? He's like, yeah, that's me. He goes, oh, we actually talked one time, remember? He said, yeah, you're Henry, yeah, I remember. So met another wrencher today, but he's way out there, Sayville. Sayville is South Shore, east, 45 minutes away. It's kind of far. But either way, like I said, we're in cooperation with each other, not competition. He's too far. It's no competition. Even Jason Patay, we're not competition, you know what I'm saying? His stuff is more higher end. Anyway, so I'm going to go put this in my car. And you gotta work smart, not hard. Yes, I know it's just a battery, but you never know. You could pull something, break your back or something, going on the way to your car, and then if you're injured, you can't work anymore. You can't wrench anymore. You can't play with your stuff anymore. So, if I have the cart right here, I'll just put it on here. Into the Mercedes it goes. Now remember, I always share this information with you fellas. My mom had this shelf in her garage. She's not going to use it because my dad passed away like 6 years ago, and he bought this. It's been sitting in her garage for many years. I figured I'd put this shelf together, right, and put the shelf in my shed. right? And then I could put like my parts on the top, bottom, whatever. You know, it's a better shelving system, so I can at least keep all my parts pretty organized. Right now they're in like bins and bins of parts, and I'm slowly running out of space. So I think the shelf is going to work pretty well, you know. Oh, anyway, so I was saying, Walmart. I share all my secrets with you fellas because I know you're not going to buy all the batteries, but basically 230 crank amps. That's all you need for a lawn tractor, especially if you're flipping them, you know what I mean? They'll last maybe 2 or 3 years. So it's the U1-7 at Walmart. 230 crank amps, and it's $21.97. $22 for a garden tractor battery. If you're flipping lawn tractors like I am, you don't want to spend $50 on a battery, right? $22! That's all you need. They're good batteries. I probably bought 50 of them in the past 2 years. 50. I've made a whole lot more than $50 in the past 2 years though. Anyway, off to Walmart I go. So I'm here at Walmart. The 300 CCA cold crank amps is not the one you want. You don't want the 350 CCAs. You want the U1-230 CCA. This is the U1-7. Right here. U1-7, 2187. While I'm here, gotta pick up some JB Weld. Always need that. And unlike what my friend Robert Nighthawk told me, his Walmart doesn't carry any Lucas oil. We got the Lucas Oil anti-gel. Oil stabilizer. Stop leak. Synthetic stabilizer. Complete engine treatment. Got the power steering fluid. Power steering fluid. Stop leak. Transmission fix. The fuel system cleaner. The octane booster. Got the ethanol safeguard. I don't know, Robert. It's got the whole line here. Crazy, right? The upper cylinder lubricant. The small bottles too. Alright, all you bastards. A lot of you have commented on how I hate my ultrasonic cleaner. I do hate it. But they said, but Henry, you're not using the right degreaser in there. You gotta put purple power in there. So you guys know how cheap I am, right? So this is super clean. It's only $8.97. Or I could get the purple power for $9.34. Since you guys told me, you're gonna have to get the one that's 37 cents more. See? $9.34. This is 1 gallon. But for just another $2 more, I can get the 2.5 gallons. Well, doesn't that make a lot more sense? 2.5 gallons for $11.67, or 1 gallon for $9.34. Well, there's no argument here. You gotta get the 2.5 gallons, right? You're getting 1.5 more than that for $2 more. Bet. Actually, That just sounded too good to be true, so I didn't believe it. So I looked at the label a little bit better. They got the label all screwed up. See, it is 1167 for 2.5 gallons, right? But this Purple Power is not 934. If you look closely, that says DMX cleaner. They got the label wrong. So this is 1 gallon of Purple Power. If you move over here, 1 gallon of Purple Power is only $4.87. Well, that's much different. I'm gonna have to just get the 1 gallon for $5. Let's not go crazy here, right? So isn't it always like this? I've been standing here for like 8 minutes waiting for some guy to just come over here and ring me out. See, I'm over here at the automotive section. Nobody behind the counter. Just standing here doing nothing. Not one employee anywhere to be found. My life just wasting away, waiting for somebody to come and help me. I'm waiting to pay, you know, and nobody wants to take my money. Finally somebody comes on their shift and decides to come to work and says, oh, I better stop eating these donuts in the coffee shop. I should go and like start my shift, you know, because some poor schmuck might be waiting to pay, you know. 20 minutes I'm standing there by myself like a complete asshole, right? Nobody there at Walmart to help me. So I was about to blow my lid, you know. And then somebody sees me videotaping, right? They're like, uh-oh, this guy's gonna post everything online. And then go do a Yelp review, right? He's gonna trash our store. And then I'm gonna get fired because my manager's gonna see the Yelp review, right? And then we're all gonna get fired. So I better go and call somebody to run over there and help this Asian fella in the Sooner outfit in Long Island before he starts making trouble. Well, sure enough, somebody came. She was very nice. Anyway, I got my shit. Now I'm going home. So I've got my 2 batteries, right? I made sure that I got my core charge exchange out of there, right? They did take that battery because you know that lady was not going to argue with me about the size of the battery. And my Purple Power, which you guys recommended to me to use for my ultrasonic cleaner. You always can use some JB Weld, and when you're running into something, he says, you know, I think I need some JB Weld for that. Well, I didn't have any on stock at home, so I don't want to have to run out in the middle of something and get it. So it's good to have. $5, right? $5, $5. $21.97, $21.97. 2 batteries, JB Weld and Purple Power, only at Walmart. Total $58.06. That's a good deal. Somebody will pay $58.06 for just 1 battery. So as you guys saw, I put the battery in. It's very easy, you know. 7/16 bolt and nut. It was right on there. As you saw, my next door neighbor also is moving. All right, you ready for this? So I feel comfortable talking about this. So my next door neighbor, not next door, they're 3 houses down, right? They moved in about 6 years ago. You know, white couple, whatever, right? And my neighborhood has been all white for the past 20 years, right? I was the first speck of yellow to invade the neighborhood of white since I've been here for 18 years. Now, after 18 years, there's small specks of white all around, you know? So nobody seems to mind the Asians moving in, but the minute a Mexican family moves across the street from them, they're renting, okay? She goes, oh my God, the neighborhood, it's going to hell. We've got to move. So that lady is moving because a Mexican family moved in next door. To me, they're racist. I don't like racist people, okay? Because America is made up of people from all over the world, okay? You guys aren't American Indian, so you guys came from somewhere too. Just saying. Anyway, so good riddance, man. They could leave if they want. Anyway, so that was one of those pods. I guess you rent a pod, you store all your shit, and you put it in there, and then some dude comes and picks it up and takes it to a place where it's filled with pods. And then when you're ready to have the pod shipped over to your new place, I guess they deliver it. So that's what the pod was. I thought it was very interesting how they took the pod and put it on the flatbed. It wasn't your traditional dumpster type flatbed, right? They had this contraption where it actually had a V-twin engine on it that moved this cage around it or something, lifted it up, and then pulled it onto the flatbed. Now, why wouldn't you just drag the thing up on the flatbed? You know, it doesn't make any sense. It seems like a lot more trouble, you know? Anyway, fuel shut off. Oh, you know what? I ran out of gas. So I gotta put some gasage in here, right? So anyway, that was just my rant about, you know, my neighborhood and stuff and how I feel about people that are like that, you know? I mean, seriously, this country doesn't need that shit. Can't you all just live together in harmony, you know? They don't bother you. Why do why you gotta move your whole family just because a bunch of Mexicans moved in next door? I mean, okay, what if they don't pay their rent and they leave like in a month? You just move for nothing. Duh. Well, anyway, here, I'm gonna see if this damn thing moves, because remember, we just started the engine and got it running, but we never actually heard it move or saw it move. Remember if I put the keys in there. I think I did. Not sure. So there's something wrong with the transmission. It doesn't work. Yes, well, when I just jacked up the rear, and I could see that that other side when I was moving this around, that the wheel was moving and the center wasn't, which means that no. I remember I took the keys out so it would free roll. So I didn't have keys in it, which is why it didn't move. You just line up the slot to the tractor, the axle and the wheel, match them up, and shove it in. There we go. Just push it into the slot. Put the washer back on, put the E-clip back on, and then fasten it with this. Some channel locks. It's really very easy to remove a wheel off a lawn tractor. Now we're going to try it hopefully it'll work. Because this transmission was stuck when I first got it. You know, it was like stiff and stuff, and I couldn't even move the shifter at all. So I basically forced it, and it started to move. Watch this. See? While it doesn't really click all that much, it does move. So I'm going to try it again now. I hope it works. Go into reverse. It wouldn't go into reverse. But, and it's really stiff. I mean, it's so difficult to shift, you know what I mean? So, I may have to swap out the transmission or maybe grease that. Not that I know how to grease it, you know, but if I have to end up taking this transmission out anyway, why not just put another tranny in here? Which I have one of these. This one seems to click better. And it's not really all that difficult to change a transmission on a lawn tractor. It's just 4 bolts and some linkages. But look, while this one is still kind of stiff too, it clicks. See? I saw a video where you remove this nut. There's a bunch of washers and shims and stuff. And if you earl them, it'll be good. It'll click back and forth easily. I think that the reason why that it's so stiff is because it's rust buildup in between the washers and the shims. If it was smooth and greased and stuff, it'll just freely go. Anyway, I'm not screwing on with this anymore. I gotta go in and watch the Oklahoma-Texas game. I'll see. Real quick mailbag from RDL Equipment, Sales and Service, Rehoboth, Massachusetts. Hey, I went to college in Massachusetts. UMass. Sent me some stuff. We had a conversation on Instagram. Thanks for your insight. God bless. Ryan from RDL. Thanks, Ryan. Cool. Now you see, they know how to advertise. Got a nice logo there. Very good logo. Printed on the back of a shirt. RDL Equipment, Sales and Service, 508-252-4990, Rehoboth, Massachusetts. Thank you very much. Ooh, look at that. Now, I know you spent some good money on this. A, it's a long sleeve. B, you got 3-color silk screen on the back, 3-color silk screen on the front. Orange, white, black. You also have 1-color silk screen on the sleeve. I know you paid lots of money for this. Probably $17 to $22 per shirt. Unless you ordered 1,000, which I probably didn't. 0.09 or 5 inches by 50 foot string trimmer string. Ooh, a Red Max shirt. I will tell you this. I've actually never had the pleasure of owning any Red Max equipment. I haven't just gotten my hands on it because Red Max is obviously a more higher end professional landscaping brand, so people don't exactly just throw those away, so I never really get my hands on it. Anyway, Ryan over at RDL basically initially offered me like 5 of his tractors in Massachusetts, you know, because he knows that he follows my Instagram for a while, and so he offered me 5 tractors, and I said, well, man, that's really generous of you, you know, but you know, I only have one van, you know, and it's like 3.5, 4 hours to get to Massachusetts. It, you know, wouldn't really be worth my while, you know, but I gave him some ideas on how to, you know, get rid of that stuff without actually throwing it away, and, you know, maybe stripping it down, selling parts and stuff like that. So, hey, if you guys are in the Massachusetts, how do you say it? Rehoboth? Rehoboth? No, it's Rehoboth. Rehoboth, Massachusetts. If you're in the Rehoboth or neighboring counties of Massachusetts, go check out RDL Equipment over at 289 Winthrop Street in Rehoboth, Massachusetts. They're a dealer, sales and service, and they seem to be very nice guys. Thank you very much, Ryan, for the shirt, you know. The 2 shirts, the string trimmer. Oh, he's got some good stickers here, too. You know what? I'm going to put you on my... Oh, this is a really good sticker, so I'm going to... Look at that. Happy Halloween! Candy! Shout out to RDL Equipment, Sales and Service. Give Ryan a call in Rehoboth, Massachusetts. Services: chainsaws, generators, lawnmowers, snow blowers, trimmers, leaf blowers. Sales: Briggs & Stratton, Kohler, Little Wonder, Maruyama, Generac, Aaron's, Red Max, and Wright. I gotta tell you, I do like those Wright standers. I also like the Toro Grandstand. I even like the Toro Z-Master. Those are things that I would, you know, aspire to eventually get one of those, you know. Why would I need one of those commercial mowers? I really wouldn't need it for my yard, but I just want one, you know what I mean? Alright. These are the stickers that they stick on the equipment. RDL Equipment, Rehoboth, Massachusetts. You're going on Mowers and Blowers Wall of Fame. Thanks very much for the shirt, Ryan. But wait, I'm not just going to stick this little sticker there for you. I've got your Fancy Pants sticker over here. It's the Fancy Pants kind, which is die cut. Die cuts are a little bit more to sticking them on, but I like the die cut ones. Got to put it on. Got to put it on Mowers and Blowers Wall of Fame. Thanks, Ryan, from RDL Equipment, Sales and Service. Check them out on Instagram as well. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
You'll thank me for this.
Hey guys, support my channel. Buy a sticker. Also, follow me on Instagram at Mowers Blowers. Check out my website, mowersblowers.com. See you guys on the next project. Have a great day.
Hey, Kyle from Woodside Lawn and Garden. Next time on Mowers and Blowers.